story name is Room 13. Vigor is a city in Denmark. It is an old city, but it has only a few old buildings. A great fire destroyed most of the old town in 1726. Mr. Anderson was writing a book on the history of Denmark. He went to Vigo in 1891. He wanted to study the history of the town. He studied in an old building in Vigo. The Gold Lion Inn. The inn was nearly 350 years old. Anderson asked the landlord for a land room.
Can I hear you?
Do you have any room?
Yes, now we have a 2-room, room 12 and 14. There are 3 windows in each room and 3 windows in onto this. What do you want?
I will choose room 12.
Okay, then
Yes.
we show you the room.
Yes.
This is your room.
Yes, thank you.
In the evening, Anderson went downstairs for supper. He saw a background. The name of all the girls were written on the background. Anderson saw the inns were full. There were no empty rooms. Anderson noticed that there was no room number 13. 13 is an unlucky number. Many people do not want to stay in a room with an unlucky number. When Anderson went upstairs to the bed, he tried to unlock his door. But it's not open. Then he saw he has made a mistake. It was the wrong room. The number on the room was number 13. He heard someone moving inside the room. He said and went to the door of room number 12. 3/7. Sleep in number 13. Anderson threw. He decided to ask the landlord about it the next day. Anderson lit the oil lamp and looked around. Room number 12 looked smaller by that light. He was tired and went to bed. In the morning, Anderson went to the down hall. He wanted to study the town's record. Anderson read many very old papers. The oldest record was from 16th century. There was some letter from the Bishop of Vigo, dated 1560. The Bishop and are 3 or 4 houses in the city. He has rented a house to a man called Nicholas Frank. After that, he went back to the Gold Lion. He wanted to ask the landlord about room number 13, but the landlord was busy. Anderson went upstairs and stopped outside the door of number 13. He heard someone moving inside a room. The persons were walking around and talking with strange voice.
Is that a cat?
Anderson went to his out room. He decided that number 12 was too small. He decided to ask landlord for a land room. Also, he was angry because his suitcase was missing.
Where my suitcase?
It has on the table beside the wall. Both the table and the suitcase has disappeared. Perhaps the landlord has moved the suitcase to the store drawer. Anderson wanted it back. It was too late to call the landlord. He went to the window and lit a cigarette.
Where my suitcase? What?
He went to the window and lit a cigarette. He looked out the window. window. There was a tall house on the opposite side, on the street. The lamp was behind him. He saw his shadow on the wall of the house opposite. The person in room 13 was also standing in the window. Anderson saw a second shadow on the wall. The second shadow was strange. The person in room 13 was wearing a tall holding hat. Also, the lights from room 13 were red. The lights were color blood. Anderson opened the window and put his head outside. He tried to see the people in the next room. He saw the stiff, a long, white curtain. That's for all. The person in room 13 suddenly moved away from the window. The rest light went out. Anderson finished his cigarette. He left the ashtray on the window ledge. Then he turned out the lamp and went to the bed. Next morning, the mail brought hot weather on the room. Anderson woke up and remembered his suitcase.
Where are my shoes?
What happened with you? It's in here.
I know. Last night I don't saw it.
It's in here. Crazy man.
He noticed another strange thing. His ashtray was on middle window ledge. He clearly remembers smoking his cigarette by the end window, next to number 13. He finished dressing and decided to visit his neighborhood in room 13. He was surprised when he went to the door of the next room. The next room was number 14. Anderson was frightened.
Oh my gosh!
Was he going mad? After breakfast, he went to the town hall and read more of the old paper. He found only one more letter from the bistro about Nicholas Frank. The group of townspeople has tried to make Frank live bigger. They has gone to Frank's house, but Frank has disappeared. The bistro was that one knew where Frankie has gone. That was the end of the matter. That evening, Anderson spoke to the landlord of the Golden Inn. Why is there
no room in Thursday in the end?
Because many people don't want to sleep in room number 13. They say it's unlucky number.
Who in the Thursday?
Nobody. We don't have a room number 13. The room, your room's next to room number 14.
Would you like go up together?
Okay, I'd like to very much.
they went upstairs together. They went past room number 10, number 11, and room number 12. The landlord looked at the side of number 12.
Oh, this room is so small.
Yes, I think so.
Anderson poured 2 glasses of brandy. Both men lit cigarettes. Anderson opened the window to let out the smoke. There was red light and a shadow on the wall of the house opposite. The light came from number 13. The shadow was dancing with it, but there was no noise. But there was no noise. Anderson sat down to drink his brandy. He wanted to tell the landlord about the strange thing he had seen. Suddenly, a terrible noise came from the next room. Meow!
Is that gas? That's man.
I think it's Mr. Jensen. He stay in room number 14. Maybe the poor man must be in.
A loud knock sound on the door of Addison's room. Suddenly, a man opened the door and came in.
Please stop. Stop that terrible noise.
We thought it's you make the noise.
No, I want to talk about that my room has 3 windows in that day, but in the evening only 2 windows.
The three men looked at each other for a moment. Then they went out quickly into the corridor. The noise was coming from the door of number 13. The landlord banged on the door and turned the handle. The door was locked.
I will call the man to break down the door.
Yes. Quickly.
Jason and Addison stole outside number 13. The noise inside room became louder.
Yes.
The door of number 13 opened suddenly. I'm routine and covered in gray hair. The fingernails were long and dirty. Addison saw and pushed Jason away from the door. The man disappeared and the door closed. The sound of much louder came from number 13. The landlord brought 2 men up the stair. The man has extended their hand. Suddenly, the man cried out and dropped their eyes. The head hit the wall. The door of number 13 will disappear. In the morning, workmen put out the floor between number 12 and 14. Under the floor, they found a box. There was old paper inside the box. Anderson threw that the paper belonged to Nicholas Frank, the man who has disappeared in 1560. No one was able to read the writing on the paper. It was strange language. The writing was broad. The inks looked older. But Addison did not think it was ink. He threw the paper, was written in blood.